In the early hours of a crisp autumn morning, Jacob was taking his usual stroll through the park. He adjusted his hat and scuffed his shoes against the fallen leaves, the sound crunching beneath his feet, resonating like a whisper from nature itself. Jacob always found solace in these morning walks, where the world felt still and the air was thick with serenity. It was during one of these walks that the perplexing event occurred, one that Jacob would remember for the rest of his life. As the sun rose higher, casting longer shadows across the ground, Jacob noticed something odd about his own shadow. It moved with a curious autonomy, twitching at first, then slowly curling away from his person. Jacob stopped dead in his tracks, his heartbeat a palpable thud in his ears. With a slow, deliberate grace, his shadow peeled away from the ground. It took on a life of its own, standing upright while maintaining the faithful silhouette of its owner. Jacob was frozen in disbelief, his breath caught somewhere between shock and wonder. The shadow, now a separate entity, mimicked a playful bow, as if it were inviting him into a dance. Jacob, driven by a sense of childlike curiosity, stretched out his hand, though there was no tangible form for him to touch. The shadow moved in sync with his tentative gestures, bending and swaying in a mimicry of ballet. Jacob found himself swaying along, a surreal symphony uniting shadow and man. Laughing despite the absurdity, he spun around, and the shadow followed suit with exaggerated drama. Both absorbed in this unlikely companionship, Jacob forgot the world around him, reveling in the delight of this shadow performance. They danced upon the grass, the shadow weaving, twisting about him with an ethereal elegance. Finally, as the sun climbed admirably high toward its zenith, the shadow flickered, releasing itself gracefully back onto the earth. It merged seamlessly with Jacob's form once more, as if the whole affair had been a dream. Jacob blinked, shaking his head in disbelief, but a lingering warmth from the surreal experience touched his heart. From that day forth, his solitary walks through the park took on new meaning. A reminder that sometimes, when least expected, life's shadows can dance in wondrous and mysterious ways.